Excuse us, ladies and gentlemen, but we are eating candy.
Candy break.
And sipping
Yummy.
beer. Candy and beer. Actually, you guys are having beer. I'm having a...
You know, there's actually
like
a chocolate flavor, not really chocolate flavor, but like chocolate integrated ale, isn't there?
They never really come out that well, though.
It never caught on?
No.
I mean, they don't come out that well.
Granted, I'm not a huge fan of the sweet alcoholic beverages, but that actually sounds appealing to me for some reason. I don't know why, though. Anywho. Before I do, though, I actually...
his face just morphed around. Ooh, look at a list of updates.
Hello.
What are you buying?
Nothing that we have. Oh, except the rifle and the TMP.
I don't know. You think it's worth it?
With the TMP, it's always worth it because it's the rifle would be worth it too. But let's see what we can sell first.
Good point. All right. So
get more money.
I will
get money. All right. Spinel. The velvet blues and the spinels, of course.
Is that all, stranger?
There you go.
Is that all?
I love this guy.
Spinal Tap.
I wanted to be in for Halloween and just run up to people and just be like, "What are you buying?" But no one would remember who he is anymore.
When I went to AX13, there was a dude dressed as Leon and also as the as the merchant. It was amazing.
Really? That's awesome.
You'd probably get all the ladies in that costume if you just had only Pocky.
Pretty much.
What are you buying?
What are you selling?
Pocky, the crack of anime lovers everywhere. I
actually don't care for it. I'm not gonna be saying sacrilege there, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, granted,
I'm not either.
It's tasty, but like I'm like
it's not
special. It's not that high.
Great.
It's like it's
all
all
high.
hell. Yeah,
it is.
I never got really into it. I was
chocolate sticks everywhere.
Chocolate biscuit sticks. And I'm like, reload is always good.
Yeah, reload speed. Yes, so
and that's the final reload. So yeah, and firepower is always good.
Then I'm gonna go.
Yeah, save right now and just pass the controller to me because it's in the next chapter.
Good point. Cool.
Do the bottom one. We'll stick
I
to the
just
bottom
like
one.
how this is all Murder She Wrote status.
All right, and Chris now is the official captain.
Because it is going to just be me. It's going to change anyway, so we're just going to pass it off here, and I'm going to get set.
I'd rather us get some tracking distance rather than you just be furiously frustrated throughout the entire thing. Like, why aren't you making progress? I'm sorry, I hate bugs.
Yeah, like the last time we recorded this, I made Jordan do this chapter, and we were on it for a few hours.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
No.
Not for Jordan, because Jordan does not like bugs.
Well, for one, I don't like bugs, and two, they're just so fucking hard to kill. Like, it's...
Speaking of insects and parasites and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute. The cutscene's going. Then again, I don't know who hasn't played this game.
Get away from me!
I'm a hurt feeling that emotional baggage.
You got baggage, right?
Okay, how do you seriously set yourself up like that, perfectly? You see the slits in the walls, don't you?
No.
I think the best part is the villains are like, look, that's
we should fucking did!
You should have just left Skittles on the floor.
No, you know one guy. You know they're all
cool 5 minutes.
No, you know what's funny? They all probably had bets on that thing. Like, they all probably bet too.
No,
this won't work. And the one guy's like, no,
guy.
I have a bet. They're like, they actually probably made him like, no, you have to bet that this will work. Otherwise, we have nothing. Fine. Puts up money, and then after it works, all of them look all pissed off. He's just like, pay up, bitches!
You didn't think it was gonna work. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Behind the barn tonight.
I'm gonna use the other save point now. That'll be our save point for the whole next hour in case something completely fucking wrong.
No problem.
Can I get a
Like last time. Can you get a what?
Taco?
Taco?
A taco? Yeah, they're on the thing. I can't remember. Ah, fuck it, I'll get that.
Deep Throat, is that you? Oh wow, it's Senior Kennedy.
He is out of shape.
You know what's funny? He's 20.
He's 20?
He's 20.
He's a vampire 20.
Surprise to you. But I'm only 20 years old.
He's a vampire 20.
He's like, yeah. See this, Twilight fans? That is what they really look like.
Actually, you know what, Twilight fans? Take this. If you throw salt while we're running away, you guys have to count it.
Yeah, that's actually a vampire mythos now. I can't believe you told me like vampires. If you're running away from it, it's like the leprechaun thing or like the gnome thing.
Have
you
a bag of
shoe,
salt.
they have to polish
Right.
it. With vampires, they have to count every grain of salt.
Really?
Yeah,
Or
it's
sand.
a weird, stupid mythos. I don't know why anyone made that up as a weakness for them, but it's like, hey, look, It just makes werewolves / lycans.
That's what I'm saying.
I
think
think
there's been a
actually-
werewolf standing there. He throws on the bag of salt and looks at the vampire. Just smiles at him.
I think
Savage.
actually I heard Cinemassacre, like the AVGN, like talking about that, where he talks about like like just how the concept of vampires are just really stupid because that he brought up that concept, like how a lot of things can kill them, like and for one, like they can't come into your house unless you invite them.
Yeah.
How did they get into a grocery store?
Seriously, how do
right.
they get anything done? Well,
You
granted,
can't
it has to be,
invite.
like,
You have to invite them, and
a store is
wood
one
stake-
thing. A house is like completely different.
Yeah, I get
of
it. They
course.
can walk into Costco and Walmart, but what about the smaller grocery store?
Or like someone's house, like it just happens to be like has like their own like home store in there or something like that. Yeah, they're
I guess in a
they're
liquor
screwed.
store, they're right there.
Oh.
I guess so.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, it's the creature from Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god, I'm gonna bust some old school like 90s movies like here on. Do you guys remember a movie called Joe? It was just called Joe, Joe. It was about a guy like who ends up like moving to New York. At least I think it was New York. But he ends up like moving into this apartment that's infested by cockroaches. But these cockroaches could like talk and like they all had like this. They're all like dirty, foul mouth, like little motherfuckers. It's so amazing. Like his house ends up getting robbed by these thugs, and the cockroaches come to his defense. And one cockroach lands on one thug's face. It's like, give me a kiss, asshole! And it was a 90s movie. It got like a PG rating. Like,
Yes!
And they swear like up the wazoo in that movie. And I remember watching it as a kid. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Fuck. What
Oh.
the fuck movies did you watch as a child?
We gotta,
Dude, everything got a PG rating back then.
I know, right? No, that was funny because, like, I think the movie, it was the movie Poltergeist that made the PG-13 rating.
That's right.
Because
yeah.
it was so, like, way too much for a PG, but it wasn't enough for an R, so they had to make the PG-13. Because it was like, okay, well, fuck. What do we do with this? Like, what is this? How do we handle this movie?
Yeah, but the next movie night we have we have to watch that movie. Because granted, I was living in Palmdale.
You'll
and there
never
was this-
see me. Ah, damn it!
And this is the time like where blockbusters and video stores still served a purpose back in the 90s.
Yeah, right?
And sometimes like whenever me and Jalen would either run a video game or video, like you purely depended on the box cover art if it was a movie that you never heard of.
That's true.
Yeah,
And
I
and Joe just kind of caught my eye just because the cover was just kind of quirky and fun, and it had bugs in it, and I kind of liked bugs at the time, but I was very choosy when it came to bugs, and granted,
And you chose cockroaches.
yeah, well, I had a bad experience with cockroaches, but I'll get to that in a minute. But granted, living in Palmdale, there wasn't a whole lot to do. But we lived right next to a desert, so we would get infested with bugs every so often. But the most prominent one were stink bugs, and they were everywhere. And me and my brother had a BB gun, and one of our pastimes was like making them like shoot their asses out after kicking them over, and then taking the BB gun, getting some distance, and then just picking them off one by one. Oh, I was an asshole when I was a kid, but we were just. Well, kids are just cruel, when
Kids are a little cruel too.
Oh, yes.
Stay back or I'll fire at you.
We're just playing. Like we're clearly killing this creature, or like doing whatever, but like we're just playing. It's harmless.
Magnifying glass.
To you, not the bug.
Pretty much.
Fuck
my
the
God.
bug. Who cares?
But anyways,
Like, if anybody in the comment section right now really gives that much shit for an animal rights thing over the life of a stink bug, shut up. It's a bug. It's gonna make more. That's why they say
They
bugs
outnumber us.
infest. Yes.
Well, look, that aside, it's that time again, and
We will stop and we will continue after with this, and I will face more giant cricket, cockroach, whatever the hell these things are.
See you soon.
Goose.
What then? What? No,
I
what?
said a googly goose.
A googly goose?
They only have those crazy eyes and they go invisible.
A googly goose. Oh, do you start again?
No, I didn't.